You're listening to the Telltale channel. Don't forget to check me out on all social media: Patreon, Twitter, Teespring, and Etsy. All links can be found in the description or on my website, telltaleatheist.com. Hey, this is Owen. If you're comfortable, leave your first name and state at the sound of the tiny truck backing up.
Hey, Owen, this is Patrick from Texas. I wanted to know if you had any advice on starting a new atheism channel in 2020, or even just a channel that sometimes makes atheist content. I don't know if I really have that interesting of a new perspective. You know, I grew up Catholic, but I've recently come across your videos and become an atheist myself, and your videos have helped me a lot. And I was wondering, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel and maybe making some videos about atheism, and I was wondering if you have any advice on how to, be successful with that in, 2020 when a lot of people have already done it. Thanks, Owen.
All right, so let me give you my take on this. A lot of people have already done it. That's true. All of the arguments that are presented for atheism have already been said 50,000 times, right? But they weren't said to the people who are coming out of Christianity right now. Right now, it's a Saturday at the moment that this is airing publicly, 9 o'clock at night. There is somebody in the U.S. who just laid down after hugging their kid and saying goodnight. They laid down in their bed next to their wife and realized they don't believe any of this shit. And there's nothing they can do. They can't come out and say that. They have to pretend to be somebody that they aren't, or they will lose everything. Right now, at this moment, there is somebody sneaking around behind their parents' backs or their spouse's back to watch this video, this podcast that you're listening to. Somebody is sneaking to listen to this because they are trapped in a situation where they don't believe any of this and they can't tell anybody about it. Those arguments have been made a lot in the past. All of the arguments for atheism or against Christianity or Islam or whatever, they've all been made in the past, but they haven't been made to people like that, people who are coming out right now. And 10-year-old videos are disfavored by the algorithm. That's why I will always do this. I will always be an activist. I'll always talk about religion and cults and atheism like this, because there's somebody out there who needs it right now. And since The Amazing Atheist and Armored Skeptic and whoever else aren't really talking about religion anymore, since those people feel like the arguments have all been made already and they're done, YouTube isn't going to recommend that stuff to them. And on top of that, that stuff's outdated. It's 10 years old. The camera quality was piss poor back then for those people in a lot of cases. Talking about this stuff now and reviving the discussion and the arguments and everything is keeping it alive. It's helping people work through this stuff and realize that there are others out there. It's not just 10-year-old people who haven't made these arguments in so long that nobody even watches that stuff anymore. I believe that the more people that are out there talking about this stuff publicly, like on YouTube and things like that, the better. It is preferable to have more people out there talking about this stuff. So my advice to you is do it. Just do it. Like, what's his name said? What was his name? Shia LaBeouf. As Shia LaBeouf said, just do it. Seriously, that is probably the best advice anybody could ever give you. Just do it. Cosmic Skeptic started out with his cell phone camera and his microphone. That's it. He'd sit it down and sit in front of it and just talk. You don't need big, fancy, expensive equipment to start out. Just sit down in front of a camera and start. That's it. That's all you got to do. On a more technical level, I have found that for my own channel, there have been artistic breakthroughs. I set one rule for myself with my channel: never stop, no matter what. No matter how good the views look, no matter how bad the views look, no matter what kind of controversy comes or anything, never stop. No matter how burned out or bored I am, do it. Keep doing it. And that has led to periodic artistic breakthroughs. So when I started out, I wasn't drawing, for example, on my channel. I wasn't making drawings. I was just talking. No camera, no nothing. I was just posting pictures on there while I talked. Or I was playing a video on silent mode while I talked. Like the video I was debunking, I would turn the audio off and just play it in the background. That's what I started out doing. I had a major artistic breakthrough when I started drawing. It was on a black background. I had another major artistic breakthrough on my channel when I added music to it, when I added the blueprint background, and then another artistic breakthrough when I added the canvas blackboard background. As time went on, as I worked on the channel, I vowed to never stop no matter what, and that led to me coming up with ideas every now and then to improve the experience. Even if your videos were poor quality, even if your rhetoric and your presentation sucked, that stuff comes with time. That improves over time. And you don't need big expensive software or hardware to make a good presentation. Those artistic breakthroughs will come with time as long as you never stop. So my advice to you is never stop and keep trying to come up with cool artistic breakthroughs.